Hello everyone and welcome back to Latin Illustrated. Today is Lesson F in Unit 1. Today's lesson is entitled the Verb Vocab 1. Hopefully, if you are watching this video, you will have watched the previous video, Vocab 1, Unit 1, Lesson E, of course. If you have not, I can leave a link in the description to that video. Or maybe it'll just pop right up on the screen. But that is important, because of course we will be learning similar things. Today we will learn the he-she form of 10 very common verbs used in a short story. Of course, this short story uses two of the characters that were introduced last episode. The Roman centurion, Quintus, and the slave, that we have yet to be named. However, a new character will also be introduced, who also needs to be named. So please, leave a Roman name down in the comments so that we can figure out what their name should be. Servus in Culina stat. As you can see in the picture, the slave is standing in the kitchen. You can see the water jugs or wine jugs behind him and the food on the table. So of course the verb here is stat. You'll notice that verbs are usually at the very end of the sentence. Stat means stand. S-T-A-T. Stat. Canis Est In Culino. As you can see, the slave has bent down to wipe up some water. And now, the canis is in the Culino, or the dog is in the kitchen. In this one, the verb is est. Now, this is one of the few sentences that doesn't have the verb at the end, but instead in the middle, because you're making a comparison between two things. Est, of course, means is. Let's see what happens next. Quintus in Tablino Scribit. Of course, Quintus in Tablino Scribit is something that Quintus would do every day, because this is where he works. As you can see, there's also a large crash, and Quintus is probably wondering what that is. Now the verb here is scribit, which means write. Quintus in Tablino Circumspectat. Quintus looks quite shocked right now, and he's looking around, trying to figure out what caused the large noise. Thus, Circumspectat means look around. Quintus Clamat. Servus. The verb here is at the end again, clamat, which means shout or yell. Quintus Atrio Intrat. Quintus enters the atrium. The verb here is intrat, which means enters. Quintus in Horto Ambulat. Ubi est servus meus? The verb here is ambulat, which means he walks. If we dissect the sentence, we can see Quintus is the subject, walks at the very end of the sentence is ambulat, and in is of course in, and Horto means garden. So if we shuffle around a bit, we can see Quintus walks in the garden, trying to find his slave. Quintus in Via Quaerit. Huh? Oh, that's the wrong slide. No, that's better. Quintus in Via Quaerit. Servus. Quaerit means searches for. He searches for. So if we piece that together, Quintus searches in the street. Servus. Servus Non Laborat. Ehu. Ehu means look, or alas, oh dear. It's an exclamation that someone might use. Laborat means work. However, non means does not, so it means does not work. The slave is not working. Servus in Culina Dormit. As you can see, the slave was hit in the head and seems to be taking a little nap with a very interesting dream. Dormit means sleep. Of course, He is asleep right now. So you could probably infer that. However, this also gives to the English word dormitory and even the Spanish word dormir. So, the slave sleeps in the kitchen. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Now let's do a little verb vocab review. Stat means stand. Est means is. Remember, that one was not at the end. Scribit is write. Circumspectat means looks around. Clamat means shouts. Intrat means enters. Now let's do a quick break with some vocab review we used today. Servus means the slave. Canis means the dog. Culina is the kitchen. Atrium is the atrium or greeting hall. Hortum is the garden. Tablino is the study. And via is the street. Now back to verbs. Ambulat means walks. Quaerit means searches. Laborat means works. But remember, the slave was not working, so that would be non laborat. And finally, dormit means sleeps, or gets knocked out, as in our case. Thank you all for watching, and keep an eye out for the next video. And, as I like to say, dicere outro sprache es orvir o porta. This has been Latin Illustrated Unit 1, Lesson F. Verb Vocab 1. Gracias.